Hey class, this is part 2 of the class recording. So let me get to where we stopped. I believe we stopped at the link. Did we stop at the link? So with that, we've set our bleed and we know that it's 0.125. It's standard industry standard for in inches and 0.33 millimeters. And the next thing that it wants us to do is talking about this link. So the link on here, pause. Okay, I just went back and verified on the first recording. So yes, 0.125 and 0.33, the little link will make all four of them be the same, and if the link is broken or the link is off, then you can edit each individual one. So let's go back over there. I do have it at 0.155. I do have my link on, so if you just click somewhere, it should put them all to 9 points. Why does it say 9 points? Because 9 points is equivalent to 0.125. So let's change it just so that you can see. Let me change it to 0.1 inches. And then when I tab, it changes it all to 0.72. So I am going to put that back to 1.25 inches. You do have to have the inches, otherwise it'll set it into points, and we don't want it set in points. This is now converting it from the inches to the correct points. Okay? All right. And I'm clicking create. So now we've got our bleed created all along with that. Okay, that's what that is. The trim lines, let's go back over here. The trim line is, we would set it when you do your business card. We'll give you guys the specific measurements that we want you to use. But the trim line is that black line. So we would go back and set a black trim guidelines. We would set black guidelines going around our artwork, and that would be the trim line. And then this the blue one is our bleed line. Okay, so I know that our bleed right now is on the outside of our artwork, but that's because we set the artwork to a letter. But this is the specific template for a business card, which is why this looks a little different. But just to reiterate, the trim line is showing where the card's going to be cut. Critical margin is basically to keep everything safe. Okay, let's move on. So the last little bit I want to talk about is making a business card. So I want you to just go to a Google window. Let's just go to and just type in Office Depot. Oops, it'll still bring it up. Office Depot. Once you're inside of Office Depot, you find Services. Click on Services or just hover over Services, and then under Services, I want you to find Business Cards. So there's Business Cards. And then I want us to design with Canva. So we're just going to click on Design with Canva. And this is loading up Office Depot's proprietary software that allows us to design it. You can do business cards or you can do the rounded. Whichever one you like, that's the one that you want to pick. If you do same business cards, they have a very limited amount of templates because they're turning them around so fast. So they don't give you everything that's out there because of time. So if you're going to choose one, choose either business or the rounded business. So I'm just going to choose plain business. You have the ability to change it from landscape into portrait. Either one. I do believe portrait is really in right now, but I'm just going to stick with the classic landscape, and I'm going to click on Create Business Cards. It's loading the software, and I'm coming back over here to see what it wants us to do. It said landscape or portrait. I chose landscape. It wants us to select our business, so we're going to go back and select a business in a second, and then we're going to modify these four elements. We're going to either modify, we're going to not either, but we're going to modify first the shape, then we're going to add some text, then we're going to change the style, and then we're going to change the background. So let's go back over and do that. So business, we can be photographers, yoga people, music, DJs. You can see there are so many different businesses. Just pick one, pick whatever you'd like. And if you just, I think at the bottom they have some that are more generic, like just like a business card. It doesn't have to, like a personal business. So it doesn't even have to be a predetermined business. You can have a business that's not on there. Okay. I think I did see teacher, so I'm going to go back up. And actually I like vintage. So I'm going to pick vintage. There's only one template in here, so if you're not into just the beigey, go back and pick a different one. Yeah, and I wasn't into the whole beigey. So let me go to see all. So there are little teddy bears, little cutesy things. Is that ice cream? Might be ice cream. I kind of like this green one. Kind of simple. Let's check that one out. So we're going to apply to both pages because a business card has both front and back. So we're going to click apply, and it preloads the template in here ready for me to be designing. So back on our PowerPoint, it said to modify the shape, text, style, and background. So we've selected business. Now we're going to do shape. So the next thing is our shape. So we're going to come down here and yes. There it is, shapes. So I don't know why this is being weird. Oh, that's because I had a toolbar on top of a toolbar. I should have been able to get over here to elements. Why is it, okay, I've applied to both pages. I don't know why I don't want to search for anything. This is the one I want. Okay, I don't know what it was doing or why it was behaving weirdly, but here we go. So these are all the different kinds of elements that I can add. Look at all that clip art that I can add. I can add just anything. Let's see. I think I want to add, I'm actually kind of hungry right now, so I'm just going to add some food. No, maybe not. Maybe, oh, flowers. Okay, I'll do a pretty flower. So I'm going to grab this flower and I'm going to click and drag it on over. So there is this flower, so that I've added a shape to my card. The next thing that I wanted it to do is to do the text. So here we can add different kinds of text, and if you'll look, there are different texts that are paired together. So on that happy birthday one, this text at the top is different from the bottom one, but they're paired together because it makes a good combination. So you can play with those. They're already pre-selected for us. I think I'll do this one. So, you know what? I don't like that one. Let me try this one. Oh, I have two on top of it now. So I want to get rid of it. I'm just pressing delete. And I want to delete that one, and I want to go back to this one. So this is a nice sans serif. Actually, I think it's a serif because it has little squiggles on. I don't know if we would call this a serif or sans serif. That's an excellent question. Go find out. Tell me what you think. Okay, but I am going to put my name there. I'm going to say that this is a sans serif because all of the letters do not have a squiggly. It just happens to be the shape of the T. I don't think it's an actual squiggle. So I am going to stick with my sans serif. And I am going to just go with Lucy. And then on the bottom one, I'm going to put my last name. There. So those two texts go together. I'm going to click on the other person and just delete it. Other person and oops, yeah, delete that. I actually wanted to get rid of the text box. Well, anyway, so there it is. I'm putting Lucy in the green. And if I mess around with it a little bit, it kind of tries to tell me when things are like in the middle. So see, it's centered it for me. Okay, so that's kind of its way of helping you. The last one that it wants us to do, oh nope, that was the third. Now the third one is our styles. You can see that all of these colors, these color palettes, these swatches, if you will, are all put together by someone who has an eye for color. I would have put like yellow and purple together. I'm terrible with color, but this it makes it easy. I can look at it and just kind of really like, I like this, I don't like this, and go with a color palette that's already chosen to be a good color palette. So I am very particular to blue, and I did see some really cool ones here. I think I'm going to go with this one, and it'll turn everything in those colors for you. I really like the way that looks. This one, I don't think I'm going to keep that, so I'm just going to delete that. And then the last thing that it wanted us to do is do some background. So you can see here there are tons of backgrounds. Ooh, I kind of like, oh, I thought that was lightning, but I think that might be marble. Let's see what that does. Not crazy about it, actually. Let me see what else. Ooh, I kind of like that one. Kind of neat sky. Oh, I really like that. All right, there we go. I honestly, that doesn't really go together, but it's just a kind of a quick tutorial on how you can easily create a business card. So let me get back to the assignment. It's back up here. So those are the things that I'd like for you to do. Before I go, okay, here's the line that I was specifically looking for. You can make this thing for extra credit. So in your content, under content, you'll see that you can make a business card for extra credit. So if you've made one in Office Depot with your little tutorial, you could just take a snippet of this. So here's my snipping tool. I would click new. If you did the front and the back, which I think I think I asked for the front and the back. Let's pretend the front and the back are both done. Let me view those. Give me 1 second. Let's try and figure out how to view those. Hide pages. Okay. You can take 2 pictures. Just take 2 pictures, and that's fine. I know there's probably a way that you can see it in 1 page, but that's okay. Just take 2 pictures and that's fine. Take your front and your back. Here is my, so then you would just take a snippet and turn that in. Okay, that's what you would turn in to show me that you have created your Office Depot card. If you try and print it, it's going to try and tell you that you need to pay money for all these cards because it really doesn't give you a PDF per se. You just have to take a picture of it. Okay. All right. And let's go back here. And the last thing is the exit ticket. So what I wanted to talk about really quickly. Dang it. Hang on 1 second. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I hadn't run out of time. Last thing that I wanted to talk about is why the bleed is so important. So I just want to go and pick up a examples of bleeding gone wrong. And there was a pretty good example here that I found earlier. Here. Where was it? Where was it? Darn it. I can't find it now. Okay, well, that's a pretty good example right here. So you've got your bleed and we've got the B inside of the safe zone. This one is not inside of the safe zone, or that the E, you can see that the E on this side is not inside of the safe zone. When this got trimmed, part of your E was gone. Okay, that's an example of not being inside and getting it cut off. So those are that's just one example. So oh look, here's one, here's another one. So then a lot of this stuff is going to, this one right here, this is going to mess up and part of that paradise is going to be gone. Okay. All right, guys. Sweet. I will see you guys on Friday. Please enjoy your day. And if you have any questions or concerns, please email me or you can call me. All right, guys. Have a good afternoon. Bye.